Hello, my name is Shamaya, and you are watching Backed Up with Bible. Just being tested in your faith, like joke. So, I'm being tested in my faith, and thank goodness I follow a lot of women of God that are in their Bibles and in their stuff, because if I didn't, I probably would have failed, Yeah, because I'm being tested in my faith at this moment. And the first thing I thought of doing when everything started going wrong, because I had been praying for God to make it work out, and it looked like it was working out, and then it got like a billion times worse. I don't want to go into it, but yeah. So I was like, excuse me. And the first thought that I had, literally, and I knew it wasn't mine, but I still was going to do it. But I literally had the thought to start yelling at God. And I was literally like, it popped into my head. I knew it was not my own because I wasn't thinking about that. It just, boom. And I was like, you know what? Because why would you let that happen? And I was about to start yelling. I was like, no. Like, there's no reason for me to do that. I need to have respect and reverence for God. Yes, we are like this. Yes, He is my Father, but He's my God first. Yeah, we're close, and our closeness and His closeness to us as humans causes us to sometimes forget who He is and get a little too comfortable. But I want to bring back that reverence for Him and that respect for Him. So I've been working on how I speak to Him even when I'm upset. So when that thought popped into my head, I was like, nah. Because I just told Him last time I yelled at Him that I'm going to stop doing that because I know how disrespectful it is. So no, I'm not going to do that. But I was still sad. And I'm like, I'm not going to yell at you, but I kind of don't understand what's going on here. Like, you said, whatever we ask for in prayer, believe we received and it will be done. I asked for, in prayer, for you to work these things out, for you to help me get to a better spot in life. So why are you tearing everything apart? What's going on? And then that's when I've seen the videos right after praying, saw the videos, basically answering my questions, which I already talked to God, because I'm like, because I'm still getting the closeness that I had with Him when I was Christian the first time. I was Christian for 3 years back in the day, fell off for like 3 years, and then I'm getting back, right? So, well, I'm back now, but yeah. But I used to be way closer to Him back then. So I'm like, I want that closeness back with you. But until I get it, the way that He's been speaking to me is through other people, because I cannot hear Him for myself yet. I gotta rebuild that because I want to hear God for myself again. I don't want to have to go to other people. I don't want to have to see it on videos. I want Him to be able to tell me just like He used to. So I already asked Him about that, but I saw the 2 videos and I knew it immediately like they were for me. Watched them and confirmed it was for me because I literally just asked about that, and it literally was pertaining to everything I was thinking, everything I was feeling, everything I'm going through. So I was like, yeah, that's for me. But basically they reminded me that God, like, it reminded me to not have wavering faith. My faith should not only be rooted in Him and lovey and good when things are good, and then when things are bad, I'm yelling at Him. I'm not spending time with Him, not worshiping Him, not talking to Him. Like, what kind of friend, what kind of follower, what kind of child does that? So I wanted to talk to you guys about that as well. And I'm like, you might be going through the same thing. I just wanted to remind us to have unwavering faith in who God is. No matter what the circumstances around us look like, the first thing you should be doing is asking God, is this you causing this change in structure? or is this the devil causing chaos? And after he answers, if he says that it's him, then don't worry anymore. I don't care if the house you lived in for 10 years just burnt down and you don't know where you're about to live at, or you don't know what. Ask, was this you, or was this the devil trying to cause chaos and discord and worry? And he says, it was me. I need you to move. Or he just says it was me because, he's quiet sometimes. He don't do all that talking. He just say it was me. No explanation. And then, but you don't need that's the thing. That's why he does not talk so much. You don't need an explanation. He loves you. He cares for you. So anything that he does in your life will never be to hurt you. It will never cause you to lack. It will never cause you to be in a dangerous situation. That's why we don't have to worry, no matter what's going on around us. That's why people say, like, oh, just don't worry about it. When you go to them, you're like, oh, this is happening, this is happening. God got you. Don't worry. If you are his child, then nothing he does in your life will ever be painful for you. Like, it could hurt your feelings. It can make you cry. It can make you stressed. It can make you worry. But those are things that you bring on your own because of your lack of faith. He would never put you in a position that genuinely will danger you, genuinely will cause you to have to cry because of something that's being done to you. Wait, how do I explain this? He will never put you in a position to be in true pain, in true sadness, in true hurt. You are putting yourself in a position to be in those places because of your lack of faith in him. But if you sat down and just remembered that he is God, let's say, be still and know that I am God. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. He literally only has good thoughts for us. So don't ever think bad thoughts when it comes to your circumstance if you are his child. The world could be burning around you. You should know, well, I'm God's kid, so that fire's not touching me. You don't have to stress, you don't have to worry. The circumstance I'm going through now, I literally was like about to start spiraling, and I was like this close to talking like Job. Like, I wish I was never born. When you look for me, you won't find me because I won't be here. I was like this close to just like letting the devil win. Then I was like, but I know I built my relationship with God back. I know that we're back in communication. I know that we're back in closeness. So what am I worried about? Like, literally, that's the whole reason why when I was in the world, I wanted to be back with him so greatly. Because him being in control of my life was the best time of my life. Now that he's back in control of my life, I don't have anything to worry about. I was like, that's what I was waiting for. So if he decides he wants to take everything away from me that I got on my own strength and that he did not ordain for me, here you go. Your hands off, take it. So I was thinking at first, I'm like, why? Like, I prayed, I did this, I did that, and nothing worked. And that's when when I was close with him before, I could clock him immediately. When his hand is on something. I used to be able to notice God's presence immediately in my life when he has his hand on something and when he's stopping something. And I would know, I would see the pattern of me trying in 1,000 different ways at different times, and it still does not work out. And I'd be like, okay, something is trying to stop me from doing this thing. Then I ask and I say, okay, is this you, God, or is it not? And then he lets me know if it's him or not. And that is when I act accordingly. This time I didn't notice it, so I just kept trying without asking. And I was putting my energy into this thing that he did not want me putting my energy into. It was never supposed to work. But I kept trying and getting frustrated when it didn't work because I was not asking if it was supposed to work. That's something I want to talk about also, is making sure that you are in alignment with his plan. I know it's hard on TikTok. My TikTok name is Easier Said Than Done because I was going to call my podcast Easier Said Than Done. But I got tired of hearing that, so I changed it. And now it's backed up with the Bible, but it was going to be easier said than done because that's what this whole walk is. Me telling you that you're supposed to ask God. You're supposed to not react. And then when you know that it is God, you're supposed to trust Him and let Him do what He wants in your life. Easier said than done. It's easy for you to say that this is what you're supposed to do. It's hard to do it when it's you in the situation, when you're stressed, when you're worrying. It's hard to just release that and let God just do His thing. But that is what we are supposed to do. So we know that God has great plans for us. Only good thoughts concerning the children of Him, those that love Him. So trusting Him with these things is not hard. When you keep your mind on the things that He would have His mind on, it's not hard. If I'm sitting here thinking the way that the devil thinks, I'm going to be stressed. Like, if I sit here and think about my circumstance of, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Where am I going to go? How am I going to get all this stuff safely to this place? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? That's stress. That's how the devil wants you to react. That's why when the devil does something in our lives, that is the reason why he does it. To stress us out, worry us, cause us to run back to sin for comfort, cause us, he'll literally do it for negative reactions from us. And also to get us to fall back into sin so that he can try to kill us in sin so that we can go to hell, which will hurt God to send us to hell. So the whole point is him just trying to hurt God using us. But anyway, when the devil hurts us or does anything in our life that causes chaos or confusion or anything, that's the reason why he does it. To see us cry, to see us stressed, to see us worried, to see us die, to see us hurt. But God does not do it for that reason. God is not doing these things in your life to see you stress, cry, worry. And because of that, it should be more trusting. Just like, so imagine you have a best friend. And then imagine you have this girl that doesn't like you, and you guys are kind of like enemies. Your best friend calls you stupid. And she's like, oh my God, that's so stupid. Why did you do that? You're going to take it as playful, loving, funny, joking. And then this enemy girl, later on, she calls you stupid. You're not going to take it the same way that you just took it from your best friend. Because this is your best friend. This is somebody that loves and cares for you. So when they say it to you, it's not the same meaning as somebody that doesn't like you saying it to you. That's how we're supposed to operate with God and with faith. No matter what the circumstances look like around you, God is somebody that cares for you and loves you. So he would never be doing these things for your harm or discomfort or, well, I'm not going to say that because that's going to come with it most times. He's not doing it to trouble you, to hurt you, to put you in a bad situation. And when the enemy does it, he is. So just like if your friend calls you stupid versus the enemy calling you stupid, how you behave differently towards him, we're supposed to be doing that same thing with God. That's the faith that we're supposed to have. Knowing that God loves us, knowing that he will take care of us, knowing that he has us, we are supposed to behave as if we know it. So when you see your circumstances around you looking very, very horrible, and you start to get a little worried, just ask who it is. Ask God, hey, is you? Or does that got this? Do I need to pray against this, or am I good? And he'll tell you if it's him or not. And then if he says it's him, then you know, right as soon as he confirms that it is him in charge of this, that it is fine. No matter what is going on, he will not let it affect you to the point of putting you in any sort of danger or any sort of lack. So you don't have to stress or worry because you know, okay, it was him, so he's got this. That means I'm good. All right. And I know, again, easier said than done, but that's how we're supposed to be behaving. The faith that we have in him is not in our circumstances because those change. It's in his character being unwavering. It's in his love for us. It's in his being So no matter what the circumstances look around you, that faith is supposed to be unwavering because his character is unwavering. And you know he's not going to hurt you in any way. So if he says he's in charge, then you're good. No matter how ungood it looks around you, you're good. You're fine. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm talking to myself now. Because I am going through it. I don't know if I'll ever tell you guys what's happening. Probably on TikTok. Later, when everything's completely okay. But no, I'm literally like... Well, anyway, we're good. Because God got us. So we're fine. Hopefully this made sense. This is my first podcast. I know that you just talk. Literally, it's just people's, like, a think piece. But, you know, it's less planned than a YouTube video. But it's still kind of planned because with Christians, I have to know what I'm talking about. I have to know the Bible verses. I have Bible verses written here. A lot of them that I did not say. I only said like 2. I don't know if that's good or not. My Bible's here. Like, this is my first video, so bear with me. I'll get used to it. I'll be more organized because I want to do this right. Especially since teachers have way more responsibility than other people. That's what it says in the Bible. Not everybody's supposed to be a teacher. Everyone's supposed to be a preacher because we're supposed to spread the gospel. Everybody's supposed to be an apostle, but not everybody's supposed to be a teacher because not everybody can handle the burden of it. Not everyone can handle the fact that they're going to be looked at on a higher standard and held to a higher standard, and then not everyone can properly guide, because once you become a teacher, you are now responsible for the salvation of everybody underneath you. If you lead them astray, you're gonna meet the Old Testament